I'm here today because, enough is enough.
Here in Arizona, about 24 activists are gathered in front of our state capitol to join the fight to expand voting rights. They are taking the cause a step further here, going on a hunger strike, hoping to send a message to lawmakers in D.C. just how important they think it is to pass voting rights legislation. Jason Berry is joining us live from the Capitol, where, Jason, this hunger strike is now several days strong.
Yeah, this has been the scene out here for the past 4 days now. College students, grandparents, U.S. veterans taking a stand for what they believe in, just like Martin Luther King Jr. did more than 50 years ago.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Marilyn Wilbur spent 18 years in the U.S. Air Force and served 4 tours in Iraq. But the Valley veteran insists what she's doing today on MLK Day is her toughest fight yet.
It's a day of not just reflecting, but a day of action, a day of showing people that enough is enough and we want voting rights. It shouldn't be 60 years later, but we're still fighting for our voting rights.
Wilbur was among more than 24 activists who gathered in front of the Arizona State Capitol Monday to send a message to lawmakers in Washington that it's time to pass voting rights legislation. They sang songs, held signs, and stopped eating food. Most of the participants here haven't eaten since Friday as part of a nationwide hunger strike to support the Freedom to Vote Act.
As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So it's important in his memory that we do things like this.
Representatives from several groups are taking part in the hunger strike. Unite Here, Unpack, and Case Action. Many feel frustrated by Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema's decision to not get rid of the filibuster in the U.S. Senate as a way to pass voting rights legislation. They say if Martin Luther King Jr. taught them anything, it's to not give up the fight for doing what's right.
Fighting for voting rights, fighting for the poor, fighting for workers, fighting for the everyday Arizonan, because that's what he would have done. And so that is what we are fighting for today.
A number of college students from Arizona are in Washington, D.C. right now taking part in the nationwide hunger strike. They plan to be there outside the U.S. Senate when lawmakers discuss the Freedom to Vote Act tomorrow. I asked folks here how long they will continue the hunger strike. They said as long as they can. Reporting live at the state capitol, Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.